Yes. Dear students, good evening. Last class we discussed about uh, basic information regarding your subject. Your subject, you know, what is called your subject. Yeah, industrial electronics. Industrial electronics, right? So in this industrial electronics, wow, industrial electronics. Yesterday we covered the basic information needed to know the meaning of industrial electronics, right? So what are the basic concepts we have covered yesterday class? Most of the students are absent for the last class, right? So what do you mean by the word industrial electronics? Industrial electronics. Actually, for you, because you are comes under instrumentation people, the subject is industrial electronics. But for electrical people, the subject name is power electronics. Power electronics. So power electronics, industrial electronics are same, are similar. But only difference is it is electronics. All the electronic components are working with low rating, low power rating. But if you use the word industrial or power, the same electronic components with higher rating, with higher rating. Dissipation, power dissipation is more. Power dissipation is more. So it named as a power electronics, right? So under this power electronics or industrial electronics, we need to know the basic electronic device that is called um, SCR, silicon control rectifier. Silicon control rectifier, right? So if you see that silicon control rectifier, uh, you can have the idea about this. So what is silicon control rectifier? Yesterday, yesterday we have covered all these basics. Diode, right? So what is general diode? What is zero bias? And what is reverse bias? And what is forward bias? And what is the structure? What is the characteristics? What are the characteristics? So these are the characteristics of a general a power diode or general diode. General diode means no reverse bias, almost current is zero. But if it is a power diode, that will be GNOR or any other diodes, you may get some sudden rise in currents because of the voltage drop. Okay, and this time we will see what is silicon control rectifier. Yesterday we discussed about some different diodes, different diode, I mean diode operation, simple diode operation. But what is today the main application of the diode is rectifier. Diode acting as a good rectifier, isn't it? So how do you diode is going to be fabricated? Yesterday you know that. So how do you choose the diode? Diode is selected by doping p type impurities and n type impurities to the pure semiconductor. To the pure semiconductor. As you once again recall yourself, in the pure semiconductor, the concentration is same. Number of holes is equals to number of electrons. But if you dope it, the concentration is disturbed, thereby increasing electrical conductivity. So diode is simply formed by doping, so that you can get P layer and N layer. So only P and N, it creates a simple diode. If I do more and more layers to the same semiconductor, this point is important. If I do with more layers, more dopants to the same semiconductor, I may get nothing but A silicon control rectifier. Silicon control rectifier. See, silicon control rectifier is nothing but, nothing but is a four layer solid state, four layer solid state, four layer solid state current controlling device. Current controlling device. How do you get four layers? How do you get four layers? Dope it accordingly. As per our requirement, dope the device, dope the semiconductor properly, select the proper dopants, pentavalent, trivalent impurities, select the proper compositions. If you have a subject very large scale integration, VLSI, there you may study how the integration is going on, how the doping is going to be done, right? You must study it in the last semester, right? In the VLSI. Okay, so follow the same doping concepts. I want four-layer solid-state device, which is nothing but silicon control rectifier. Why is named silicon control? Why it is silicon control? The basic composition is silicon. I'm selecting silicon crystal, a pure silicon crystal. I'm selecting, then doping, then doping. I will get four layers, four layers. So I name as silicon control rectifier, SCR. The same SCR also be called sometimes thyristors, right? Thyristors, thyristors, right? See, the SCRs are unidirectional devices, unidirectional, like diode. SCR also, it conducts in one direction, in one direction. It can conduct current only in one direction. But there is another device is triac. Triac is also called triac. Triac means triple, I mean three terminal, triple or three terminal AC switch. So triac is the other device which acts as a switch. Of course, SCR also acting as a switch, diode also acting as a switch, no doubt it. Okay, but remember, the SCR conducts current in one direction, but triac is not like this. Triac will conduct. Triac is another device, another semiconductor device with other doping style. But the difference is SCR conducts one direction current, triac conducts two directions. Current conducts in two directions. See, current can flow through them in either direction. SCR can be triggered normally only by current. The conception. See the conception of this SCR, like diode. Oh, for a pure semiconductor, if you do P layers, P pentavalent impurities, you get P layer. For trivalent, you may get N layer, right? So P acting as anode, N acting as a cathode for a diode, simple diode. But for SCR, same structure with two more layers, with two more layers. See, Pn is one diode and P from top to bottom, Pn is one diode. Next, down to top, say Pn, another diode. See, in one structure, in one crystal, we are forming four layers, Pn. Remember one thing, one basic difference here. The basic difference is for a diode, we have only two terminals, P and anode, cathode, say. But for SCR, see here, it is a three-terminal device. SCR is a three-terminal device. Anode, cathode, as usual for a general diode. But there is a gate, another terminal, nothing but a gate, which is near to cathode. which is near to cathode. Near to cathode. The gate is always a P terminal device. A P terminal device. Okay. So this is the general structure of this your SCR. I can divide this SCR. I can represent this SCR into two transistor model. Two transistor model. Okay. A transistor can be represented in two diode model. A transistor can be represented in two diode model, but SCR can be represented in two transistor model. Two transistor model. Anybody know how to represent transistor in two diode model? If you don't know, I will tell you. Okay. You know how to represent this SCR in two transistor model? Yeah, see. PNP is one transistor. Transistor having three terminals. PNP or NPN or NPN. Okay. Here SCR having PNP is one transistor and NPN another transistor. Connected such that we are not disturbing the connections like this. See, P is here is emitter. What are the transistor terminals? What are the transistor terminals? Transistor terminals are emitter, base, collector. Emitter, base, collector. Okay. If it is PNP, P refers to emitter, N refers to base, another P refers to collector. Right? PNP, emitter, base, collector. See, emitter, base, collector. This is called PNP transistor. And NPN, other transistor, NPN. This is N, this is P, and this is N. NPN transistor. Remember, how do you know the difference between PNP and NPN transistor? You can differentiate the two transistors PNP and NPN with arrow mark, emitter. So if emitter is towards base, that is called PNP. If emitter is towards upper side like this, towards upside, that is called NPN. It's called NPN. Generally, we are using NPN transistors. You are all well known. Okay. But here see that we are representing this SCR into two transistor models. This PNP and NPN. The total transistor model can be replaced by a symbol of SCR like this. Anode, diode having a bended line like this, nothing but a gate. So it is called anode, it is a cathode. P and gate, bended line, gate is nothing but a anode, So this is a representation of SCR. This is a construction, this is a two transistor model, and this is a symbol of the SCR. So, and how do you operate this SCR? Okay, and remember, here we have because you focus here this on the SCR, we have anode, cathode, and gate. Okay, between P and N there is one junction, and between N and P other junction, and between again P and N there is one more junction. So totally how many junctions? Three junctions. See, so there are three PN junctions. Okay, three PN junctions. Namely J1, J2, J3. J1, J2, J3. Okay, and three terminals. So the anode terminal of SCR is connected to P-type material of PNPN structure, and cathode terminal is connected to N-type material, N-type layer. while the gate of SCR is connected to P-type material nearest to the cathode. Nearest to the cathode. So, SCR consists of 4 layers of alternative P and N-type semiconductors. Okay, silicon is used as intrinsic semiconductor to which the proper dopants are added. The junctions, the junctions are either diffused or alloyed by some mixed semiconductor materials, right? Okay, it is a general theory regarding this. Okay, how do you conduct? How do you conduct this SCR? How do you operate? 50, 750 modes of operation. So this SCR can be operated in 3 ways. In 3 ways. Modes of operation. Modes of operation. So there are 3 modes of operation for SCR depend upon the biasing. So as in the case of PN junction diode, we have zero bias, reverse bias, and forward bias. So that diode is going to be conduct or not conducting. Okay, like this SCR also we have to know whether it is going to be conduct or not conduct. So it can be known by 3 ways, 3 modes. So namely, the first one is 3 ways. The first one is forward blocking mode. Forward blocking mode. It is called off state. Next, forward conduction mode. It is called on state. Next, reverse blocking mode. It is called off state. What is forward blocking mode? Forward blocking mode means, understand clearly. All the students listen carefully. This operation is very, very important. If you understood this operation, nothing in chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Completely this operation will play a major role for remaining chapters. Okay, listen carefully. So, what is forward blocking mode? In this mode of operation, I written clearly the explanation here. Go through it. The anode given a positive voltage, while the cathode is given a negative voltage. Keeping this point is important. Keeping the gate at zero potential. For the gate, of course, you can apply anode is positive, cathode is negative. It is applicable for a simple diode. But here another terminal is there, gate. But gate is at zero. Gate is zero potential. That means disconnected. So this is called forward blocking mode. In the forward blocking mode, what happens? J1 and J3 are forward bias, definitely. J2 is reverse bias. Why J2 is reverse bias? If you apply 0, disconnect, and it is connect, so it is reverse. So it is reverse bias. That is the meaning of this. So when J1, J3 are forward bias, J2 is reverse bias, due to which only a small leakage current exists. Small leakage current exists from anode to cathode. Of course, small leakage current flows, but we cannot say how much current is going to flow. It is negligible current flows until the applied voltage reaches its breakover voltage. There should be some breakover voltage we have to apply generally for any structure. If it reaches, then we can expect some current, otherwise no current, at which J2 undergoes avalanche breakdown. This junction undergoes avalanche breakdown. Okay, and at this breakover voltage, it starts conducting. But below breakover voltage, it offers very high resistance to the current and is said to be in the off state. That means when you apply positive anode, voltage, negative voltage to the cathode, and 0 voltage to the gate. That means we are saying that a small current flows from anode to cathode. How much? How much current flows? Very negligible current. So the voltage across anode to cathode exceeds a breakover voltage, so that so that so that that is called exceeds breakover voltage, then it is going to be conducting. Otherwise, it is off. It is not conducting. It is not conducting. That is called forward blocking mode. Forward blocking mode. Okay. Next, forward conduction mode. Forward conduction mode. In the forward conduction mode, SCR can be brought from blocking mode to conduction mode in two ways. So, either by increasing the voltage across anode to cathode, that is one way, beyond the breakover voltage. Otherwise, by applying positive pulses at gate, so that now SCR is going to be conduct. So when SCR is going to be conduct, what happens? Current flows from anode to cathode. Why? How the current is going to flows? Gate is excited with positive. In the previous case, gate is at 0, but now it is gate is excited with positive pulse, positive voltage. That's the meaning. Once SCR starts conducting, no more gate voltage is required to maintain it in the on state. There are two ways to turn it off. So we can off this in two ways. Number one, reduce the current through it below minimum value called holding current. Otherwise, with gate turn off, by turning off the gate. Short out the anode and cathode momentarily with push button switch or transistor across the junction. So you have to understand the meaning of forward conduction mode. In the forward conduction mode, anode is positive, cathode is negative, but gate is excited by a positive pulse. Then the SCR is going to be conducted. Next, reverse blocking mode. What is reverse blocking mode? In the reverse blocking mode, it is off. That SCR is off. SCR is available with reverse blocking capability, which adds to forward voltage drop because of the need to have a long, low doped P1 region. Okay. Generally, reverse means what? The reverse means anode is at 0 potential, cathode is at positive potential. Definitely, it is reverse bias. No connection between anode to cathode. So, very less negligible current flows. So, SCR doesn't connect. It is called reverse blocking mode. Reverse blocking mode. That means, like diode having only two modes of operation: forward bias, reverse bias. In the forward bias, diode is connecting, current flows. In the reverse bias, diode doesn't connect. Very leakage current, that is negligible current. But in the SCR, there are three operations: diode, forward blocking mode, forward blocking mode. In the forward blocking mode, leakage current flows because gate is at 0. Forward conduction mode, SCR conducts to make it high current because gate is at high potential or positive potential or positive pulse. But in the reverse blocking mode, although gate is at positive potential or positive pulse, but anode is at negative, cathode is at positive potential. So definitely what happens? SCR is simply off. Simply off. That means it doesn't conduct. That's the three modes of SCR. Three modes of SCR. Okay. So As you know that SCR also be called thyristor. Thyristor. Okay. Uh, okay. This SCR can be on in 5 ways. In 5 ways, you can trigger the gate. So gate is available as a terminal. So that gate is triggered in 5 ways. See, forward voltage triggering, gate triggering, du by dt triggering, temperature triggering, light triggering. So gate is at high potential means gate is at positive pulse means this is the meaning. So for a gate, you can apply any one of these. Apply forward voltage, a gate voltage of suitable one, rate of change of voltages, temperature you can apply, light signals you can apply. As per our requirement, our application, you apply all this triggering to the gate so that the SCR is going to be connected. SCR is going to be on. Gate is going to be on. Okay. See the diagram of this SCR like a diode, like diode. So what is the diode characteristics? Yeah. See the diode characteristics like this: forward bias and reverse bias. Similarly, for SCR we have forward, reverse, and C. Forward bias, reverse bias. But in this, there are some concepts. There are some concepts you have to know. See, when you apply a forward bias, or voltage increases, current is almost zero. Current is almost zero. But at some voltage, current suddenly rises. Suddenly rises. That is called holding current. Holding current. If you increase that voltage, again the current suddenly increases. That is called latching current. Latching current. Okay. So, so this is the structure we have to analyze. This is called under forward bias. In the reverse bias, what happens? Reverse characteristics. Reverse characteristics. So, because when the avalanche breakdown occurs, we are expecting a reverse current like this. Reverse current like this. See, important points about this EA characteristics. Forward characteristics. Forward characteristics. So, in this forward characteristics, when I is equal to 0, when I is equal to 0, supply voltage increase from 0. I'm not showing point A and B, C here, but remember it starts from here. Starts from here. So you can understand A, B, C. A, B, C like this. So OABC is the forward characteristics. OABC. OABC like this. OABC. If supply voltage increases from 0, a point reached from A when SCR starts conducting. 0 is A. So it starts conducting like this. Under this condition, the voltage across SCR suddenly drops. It shows a dotted line, curve AB. Curve AB. This is called A. Okay. So this is called O, this is called A. When voltage reaches a point A, what happens? The SCR suddenly drops, the voltage drops and showing as a curve AB, showing that curve A. This is called A and this is called B, curve, dotted lines. And most of supply voltage appears across the resistor, across the load. Okay. If proper gate current is made to flow, if you apply a gate current, SCR can close at much smaller supply voltage. Okay, then like this, you apply a gate current, it will get current like this. On state characteristic, this is called on state characteristic. And reverse characteristics. When diode is negative, when anode is negative, with respect to cathode, the curve between V and I is known as reverse characteristics. V and I. This is called V and this is called I. V and I. So the reverse voltage that's come across SCR when it is operated with is supply. Okay. If the reverse voltage is gradually increased, what happens? At first, the anode current remains small, leakage current, that is known already explained. At some reverse voltage, what happens? Avalanche takes place. Avalanche breakdown occurs and SCR starts conducting heavily in the reverse direction as shown by the curve DE. So the curve is, it is called D, this is called E. This is called D, this is called E, DE. So DE. Okay. And this maximum reverse voltage at which SCR starts conducting heavily is known as reverse breakdown voltage. It is called reverse breakdown voltage. Reverse breakdown voltage. Okay. Uh, okay. What are the terms available in this SCR characteristics? Generally, in the VA characteristics of the diode, VA characteristics of the diode, what are the terms you are expecting? The terms are, it is called 13 voltage, 13 voltage, and it is called breakdown voltage, forward bias, reverse bias, 13 voltage, reverse voltage. These are terms available. But like this, in the SCR also some terms are available. Some terms are available. What are the terms available? Breakdown voltage, peak inverse voltage, holding current, forward current rating, circuit teasing rating. Okay, what is this? In the diagram I am showing that, see, holding current, latching current, breakdown voltage. It is called forward, current rating, forward current rating or forward voltage or a 13 voltage, otherwise a 13 voltage. Okay, these are all the terms available. Okay, now I am going to stop here about SCR basic concepts. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me, right? Uh, Now I am going to